In this video, we are busting the myth that is commonly used of saying that a particular child is too young to learn a particular task or principle by showing you one example of a 15-month-old child happily cleaning up her own messes. Get ready to challenge your excuses and unlock your child's hidden potential and their desire for responsibility. I'm Greg Bear. For more lessons on becoming a confident, loving, and wise parent, click the subscribe button. A young mother writes, "For a while now, my daughter Sarah has been cleaning up after herself. Food, toys, clothes. But yesterday, she resisted cleaning up a mess she'd made, so I put her in a room and just closed the door. She cried, and after a couple of minutes, I went to her, to the door. She was sobbing, and when I came in the room, she reached for me, and I picked her up and took her back to the mess, and she simply cleaned it up. I can't believe how quickly she learns." End quote. Sarah's 15 months old, and she's been consistently cleaning up after herself from the age of 11 months. Really. But I've seen many other parents make excuses for their children's lack of responsibility clear into adulthood. Oh, well, he's just too young to understand, they say about their 30-year-old boy who's in the basement playing video games. It turns out that we parents are the problem, not the kids. Naturally, children would rather play than work. I get it. But we can teach them to be responsible. And we can do that very early on. It's easier early on. As a rough guide, if a child can stack 2 or 3 blocks, which happens at about 15 months or earlier, then that child can put toys away. The first time you tell such a child, though, to put toys away, the child will probably act baffled or resistant. But they do understand, and now the teaching begins. First, what are your responsibilities here? One common reason that children have difficulty cleaning up toys, for example, is that we give them access to far too many toys. Solution? Put the toys in several containers and put them all away far out of reach and awareness. Pull out one container at a time. And he can't do anything else or use other toys until that particular container of toys is put away, and the child has to put them in the container. What if your child wants a toy that's not in the container that you give him for that day? He might cry, and you might be tempted to think you're being cruel. Nah, tell him when he puts away all the toys he has, you'll get the other container. Solved. 2, show him how to pick up his toys. Listen to this part. Once. They're very bright. After he's demonstrated that ability one time to put away his toys, you don't help him again. 3, tell him that he has to clean up until you say the job is done, not till he goes, done. They'll pick up one toy to fill up a box and go, I'm done. If he claims he's finished when the job isn't done, you tell him to look around for more toys and you just leave the room. You don't pick up the extra toys. You come back later to check on his work. Now, 4, what if he refuses? Then you lead him by his little fingers to his room and sit him on his bed or in a car seat, and you tell him that he can come out of his room or the car seat when he's ready to finish the job. And if he whines about any of this, I've talked about how to handle whining extensively in Chapter 0 of the parenting training. These are your 4 responsibilities. Your child's responsibility is simply to trust you and follow instructions, which naturally happens as he feels loved by you. Learn how to make that possible throughout your study of the entire parenting training at realloveparents.com.